of it, medicated weight. Think I need another ounce of a child of the sun and the son of the sea. Salt water when I bleed, see errors when I dream. What a day, what a day, what a day now. Living like a weekend in the middle of the wave out. What you say, what you say, what you say now. Never gonna leave her down. California, rescue me. I've been so low, I've been weak. It's too long since I've had peace. Well, California, California, rescue me. Rescue me. Rescue me. California, California, rescue me.
I'm dripping, California sun dripping. Palm trees on the weekend, suicides on the Lincoln. Got that Cali, Cali out bait. Smoke that Cali, Cali, Bombay. Close my eyes and rest in the shade. Follow me and come feel the fade, yeah. What a day, what a day, what a day now. Living like a weekend in the middle of the wave out. What you say, what you say, what you say now. Never gonna leave her down.
California, rescue me. I've been so low, I've been weak. It's too long since I've had peace. Well, California. California, rescue me. I've been so low, I've been weak. It's too long since I've had peace. Well, California, California, rescue me. In a meditative state, feeling great in the south of
Happy Taco Tuesday, everyone. Today is June the 4th. It's the 4th, or the 4th, about to be presented in the price action for crypto. For those unfamiliar, we have been doing this for over a few years now. We have been trading once again in the background. I see many familiar faces also coming from other places. Welcome aboard. First and foremost, we would like to avoid any other drama, but rather focus on what we always loved, right? You guys are familiar with our work. Those who have been following our work and respect the technicals, welcome aboard. Let's leave the drama for those who are not here for that main cause, okay? Is it time? Is it that time of the year again, or that time of the cycle where we are going to see some altcoins along with Bitcoin heading towards levels that we may be surprised? I do not know, but I would like to portray the technical arguments that I can observe in the chart. I apologize, by the way, I made a video yesterday with a very low energy. It was 10 p.m. Here we are for everyone today. We try to do these free sessions every week or so, at least once a week, because we wouldn't be here without you guys, right? The Discord was born based on you, so we are all here because of the requests that many have requested. And for this same case, an argument, we are going to chart some of the altcoins that have been in my radar, okay? So you guys can observe in the chart, this is the chart currently for the total market cap 3, right? Excluding BTC and Ethereum. Therefore, it includes all the altcoins across the board within the crypto space, okay? So there are some significant variables developing here in this current price action. For those unfamiliar, the pattern on the left hand side, this one is a bullish cipher with a completion point at the 0.786, right? And where can we go from here? Clearly a reaction is what we observe across not many altcoins across the board, but the majority of them have printed significant price action, right? However, are we constructing the second leg of the move for what we are accustomed when it comes to the crypto space? We will see after each cycle, after each halving event. We do know that Bitcoin, particularly Bitcoin, tends to make new all-time highs, okay, as well as altcoins that are the one that following after, okay. So there are significant development in the price action for some altcoins. However, the one that we'd like to share here is a total 3 for now, because we're already tracking in a room the ones that are currently trading or being traded, right? Again, none of these represent financial advice, but rather an interpretation of the technical information. So to have a context of this formation, this is a bullish cipher once again that has found some resistance at the 0.618 from the previous high to the lows. Okay, we reached the 0.382, the 0.50, and the 0.618 reactive move. Those who are familiar with conventional patterns, can you guys tell me in the chart what type of formation is this one? We were throwing some nuggets before, asking if this is, what kind of structure is this one? Can this be the famous J-hook pattern? For those unfamiliar, J-hook pattern is a continuation structure, meaning the first upward advance, a correction to where common levels of retracement, the 0.382, the 0.50, and the 0.618 from where? From the lows to the highs. And which are the levels that we are defending, at least for now, is the 0.382, which is a minimum fib retracement within bullish conditions, right? So this doesn't mean we're gonna moon, if that's the case for crypto, right? But it is certainly worth monitoring the price action across some altcoins, okay? So therefore, we got the potential argument for a J-hook pattern, another continuation structure, once again following the price action of this bullish cipher. Why this bullish cipher? This bullish cipher is very important on the weekly, significant time interval, the primary trend, as Charles Dow suggests. Okay, this variation of an M formation, a cipher, by the way, is not a pattern developed by Carney, but Owal-Oblisky, if I remember correctly. You guys can correct me on that one, but it is a variation of the Garley pattern. Basically, the only variation of the cipher pattern is a higher high than the previous high, right? The Garley tends to retrace the C leg at the 0.382 to the 0.886. So the 0.886 is the highest level for Garley patterns, but Owal-Oblisky, I believe, once again, you guys can correct me on this, for his name, he came with this 1.13 or a range for cipher pattern, once again, which is a variation of a Garley. Same PRC, the same completion point as the Garley within the range of the 0.786. And how high can we go? This is the fun part when it comes to altcoins, okay? First and foremost, I'm gonna check the audio, if you guys can hear me okay. Everyone, thank you for being here. Beast Mode Focus, my friend. First, Anubix, evening. Maria, good evening. Good evening, everyone. And for those 300,000 people who are watching us, welcome aboard. Just kidding, guys. Back to the chart. Where can we go from here? This is very significant. I know we all have different interpretation of technical information, right? Everybody has their own approach, their own gut, their own belief. What we do here strictly is based on technical approach from the legends of the past, right? It doesn't have to repeat over and over, but within a range of consistency, they tend to respect over and over. So where can we go? Those of you are familiar already with what I'm going to say here. Why? Because previously we also identify a pattern from where? From Bitcoin, right? The engine of the crypto industry. The pattern, and now where can we go on the altcoins? If this is indeed the second leg of the move, the second wave of the move for that crazy run, I do not know. However, the parabola or the parabolic curve, it is still within early construction, I would say, okay? We are still within that parabolic curve that hasn't been broken yet, right? Early identification of parabolas occur pretty much at a bottoming, a rounding bottoming price action, similar to what happened on BTC. You guys are already familiar. We were looking for the Wyckoff reaccumulation back then, right? And now we are currently at $70,000, which is absolutely insane. So now, where can we go on altcoins? Can this be the same pattern that is presented on BTC? Okay, if we anchor once again the lows, back to the highs, back to the lows, the reciprocal ratio from the A to B equals CD, meaning that the ideal scenario will be to head towards the 1 to 72 in a very symmetrical manner, right? The measure move that lead us from this A to B, right? If we copy and paste, you're going to observe pretty much the same ABCD structure. And that is a level that we can potentially, once again, potentially, because this is not 100% accurate, neither financial advice, these are still a level where the altcoins on the total tree can navigate towards to, right? Based on harmonic ratios, once again, that will represent another 95%. basically a 1.34 trillion market cap, that can be the case. Again, I'm only presenting the technical arguments based on harmonic ratios. By the way, we had Scott Carney last weekend or last week as a guest, our first guest. We're gonna continue to do this more often with other practitioners and veterans from the past, okay? Or at least more veterans than our generation, okay? This is fascinating field, and we wanna bring something different than the rest, my friends. We wanna do something properly in a manner that we respect the work from many of the past, okay? So now, continuing with the analysis on the altcoins, right, the market cap or total 3, that can be the case. And there are indeed, if you guys go across the board, we are tracking some of those formations on the monthly. Why the monthly, right? Because if I bring here only a brief example, there is this pattern currently on theta, right? The pair is USDT. That I was personally trading this on my personal account, right, at the completion point of this bad pattern, and now we are clearly perceiving this major upward traction, 35% move, now potentially developing the type 2 return. Of course, all of these are subject to the price action on Bitcoin, right, the main engine of the crypto industry. However, if Bitcoin allows and permits this price action, right, we then connect all the other harmonic ratios and how high can we go. By the way, we are listening to some reggae, so we're definitely not high here, but how high can the price action on altcoins or on this particular altcoin can go on theta, right? We connect the highs to the lows, back to the B point. We repeat the same argument, the same strategy over and over without changing our bias constantly, right? We stick to our plan, and this is what I can observe within this context on the 4-hour time frame, okay? So at least a minimum test of the 0.786 on theta or the 0.886, right? As long as, once again, BTC continues to be respected. This is only mainly based on the 4-hour time frame, right? Where we have the arguments for lower risk. Once again, none of these represent financial advice, but giving the argument of the technical information, type 1, reactive move of the bullish bad pattern. Now, type 2, that are normally found for true reversal points. Once again, all of these are subject to price action on BTC because Bitcoin pretty much dictates the directional trend of any of these altcoins. We can have the bullish conditions, but if Bitcoin doesn't allow the price action, we can potentially go lower, right? But in this case, we're respecting the technicals. We're also looking at the total 3 here on the total market cap, and we're also looking at the momentum indicators. The selling pressure on the MACD, okay, is diminishing clearly, okay? Is something to monitor here. On the weekly, we have basically a lower low on the momentum indicator, lower low, and what do we have here on the price action? We have higher lows, implying hidden bullish divergence, which is oftentimes perceived as continuation structure, which in combination with the J-hook pattern right here, that can give us the argument for higher levels. Once again, we first must breach above the 0.618. In this case, the 0.618 will be around 809 billion on the price action or price range, in this case for total 3, okay? Why that level will be key? Because if we break here, then the argument will strengthen to higher levels. And to bring the context here as to why that can be the case here, because if we go back, if we zoom back, or if we rewind back in time, and if we look left, market leaf clues. What was our projection before on BTC? The major cipher also on the weekly, right? Same argument, because we do know that altcoins tend to mimic the price action of Bitcoin, right? So 16,000 region, that was pretty much the lows. We were trading accordingly and engaging new information as to potentially higher levels. However, at these lows, we have FTX saga and all the exchanges and the media also presenting some fear across the board, which is completely normal, right? But oftentimes this is where we pay attention and look at things a little differently than the rest, right? So the projection from the lows back to the highs is the 1272, nearly 83,000 region. for BTC, which we are pretty close, right? Close, not yet there, but close. So therefore, the same argument applies here for the altcoins, my friends. Okay? So if altcoins are going to present, whoops, I went too fast there. If altcoins are going to go to the same levels, the same price structure on the altcoins, that can be indeed an argument to be aware of. Okay? Very important price action across the board. So everyone, I only wanted to portray this. We're tracking closely within the room. And if you guys want to be part of this, you guys already know where to visit us, marble6.com. This is not to sell you anything, but rather to do things differently in a manner that we all contribute each other with our technicals and remove any preconceived bias. Everyone, much love and respect to each one of you. This is Marble6, and I'll see you on the next one, okay? And remember to live a life with an attitude of gratitude. Cheers, everyone, and enjoy the Taco Tuesday.
State, feeling great in the south of it, medicated weight. Think I need another ounce of a child of the sun and the son of the sea. Salt water when I bleed, see errors when I dream. What a day, what a day, what a day now. Living like a weekend in the middle of the wave out. What you say, what you say, what you say now. Never gonna leave her down. California, rescue me. I've been so low, I've been weak. It's too long since I've had peace. Well, California, California, rescue me. Rescue me. Rescue me. California, California, rescue me.
I'm dripping, California sun dripping. Palm trees on the weekend, suicides on the Lincoln. Got that Cali, Cali out bake. Smoke that Cali, Cali Bombay. Close my eyes and rest in the shade. Follow me and come feel the fade, yeah. What a day, what a day, what a day now. Living like a weekend in the middle of the way out. What you say, what you say, what you say now. Never gonna leave her down.
California, rescue me. I've been so low, I've been weak. It's too long since I've had peace. Well, California, California, rescue me. Rescue me. Rescue me. California, California, rescue me.
This meditated state's got me feeling right. California dreaming on a winter's night. Everywhere I look, all the leaves are brown. All the skies are gray, try to bring me down. This meditated state's got me feeling high. All the clouds are parting, only blue skies. Always catching vibes from my hometown. As long as I'm alive, can't bring me down.
California, rescue me. I've been so